And we thought they were awful at the time, and we had no idea how awful things were actually going to get with regard to Hoover's quality. So by today's standards, these are actually pretty decent machines. Right now we got a Hoover Windtunnel Self-Propelled on the bench, a venerable machine. There are about a bajillion of them made. And it all came to an end a couple years ago when they stopped making these. These were actually developed, from what I understand, developed under the ownership of Maytag when Maytag owned Hoover. And we thought they were awful at the time, and we had no idea how awful things were actually going to get with regard to Hoover's quality. So by today's standards, these are actually pretty decent machines. That being said, this lady says that it needs a belt. We are not going to service it. She only wants a belt. So I know that sometimes I get comments about the fact that I don't clean up every machine that comes in, and I give people the option. Here's the thing though, I need to get paid for that cleaning. So if I'm going to be cleaning while I'm in there, it's a service charge. If they don't want a service charge, I won't charge them that, but they also don't get the cleaning. I give everybody that option, and I will happily respect their choice. So it's not a matter of giving poor service. Now this has a power drive unit, which means this has two belts, one to power the brush roll and one to power the power drive. What this does is this is a belt-driven mechanism that propels the vacuum backward and forward. It was originally designed with, like, I believe the Dial-O-Matic might have been the first one to get this back in the 60s. But it was originally designed to make heavy machines easier to push, which ended up just making machines heavier. The industry has really moved on from this. With the death of this particular model, I believe Kirby's the only vacuum right now doing any kind of power drive. Most other brands have found more innovative ways to make things light. Now, the original wind tunnels that you'll see if you look at this is a wood brush roll, and so this doesn't come with the same problems that the original brush rolls did. The original brush rolls were ABS, and what they did is the belt would start to slip and it would wear this groove larger, so even if you put a new belt in, it would slip. So we ended up replacing a lot of those. So having the wood brush roll is a good thing for this particular model because it takes care of that V-belt slipping issue. The other thing that I don't really understand about this is obviously you've got this V-belt right here that drives the brush roll. Strangely enough, we pull out the rubber belt. Well, there might be part of her problem. She has the wrong belt on this. But if you pull out the rubber belt, what you'll see is that it's just a rubber belt, right? So it kind of negates the benefit of having the V-belt that doesn't wear out. But this is really stretched. You can see here on my hands that, try to get behind my hand, there we go, that there's rubber coming off, and the inside of this belt is kind of glazed. Don't know if you can see that glossiness there, but that is a sign that it's been slipping, and it's pretty large too. Now, so right here there's an idler bearing, and that puts tension on the V-belt so that it doesn't slip. When you turn the brush roll off, there's a plastic hanger that comes in and blocks this in the down position. But what we need to do is just double check and make sure this outer plastic sheath is not cracked in any way, and make sure that it's turning freely, and it feels fine. I also want to make sure that if we turn the brush roll off using the switch, the hanger comes into place. You can't see that, but it did, so the brush roll hanger is not broken either. Both of those are fairly common issues on these models. This whole mechanism, it just adds complexity, and then using cheaper plastic to make these little mechanisms, you know, there's always stuff going out. So looks pretty decent other than just needing belts. So I'm just going to do a quick vacuum here. You know, like I said, won't be cleaning it because it's not a service, but I like to do just a quick pickup and not leave a bunch of crud. Another thing to check if you're into one of these changing the belt is there are these air channels which make up Hoover's wind tunnel, which is the technology that the name is called after. So these channels can get clogged with dirt and debris, so you want to make sure that all of those are clear as well prior to reassembly. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and throw the V-belt on. That is going to keep anything from slipping, or that's going to allow you to put this belt on and have the other one already in place, not blocking it. So okay, so we are going to test this guy out. Oops. All right, switch on. And that wobble as the brush roll is slowing down is normal. Belt is not slipping, everything is running good. So this lady is back in business. So hopefully this was helpful. If you don't want to change the belt yourself or you don't feel qualified, you shouldn't. But belt changes are something that you, as a machine owner, can absolutely do. That's no big deal. So in any case, if you like this video, go ahead and give us a thumbs up. Please subscribe if you want more content like this. And of course, we will see you in the next one. Thanks.